Welcome back to my corner on the internet. Okay, so I'm just scrolling through YouTube, looking at these recommended videos that are falling into my lap, and I'm seeing one titled James Charles is in big trouble. Yeah, what has he done this time? What hasn't he done? Done partying during the pandemic? More false accusations? What now? Either way, nonetheless, I saw a video. As of me filming this, it was uploaded 20 hours ago from Spillsash. And I'm about to react to it and see what's going on. What has he done this time? How old is he anyway? Hold on. How old is James Charles?
James Charles is 21 years old.
Oh, we're the same age. Same month as well? Yeah, I remember that. My birthday's in about less than 3 months. Okay. Without further ado, I'm about to get into this reaction. I love Spill Sessions in general. I do. And I got my tea ready here.
Just letting you guys know you can listen to my No Bleeps podcast anywhere you stream podcasts or on my No Bleeps YouTube channel. Link in the description.
Might check that out.
Hey guys, it's Billy and welcome back to Spillsash. Today we're going to be talking about James Charles and the allegations that have been circulating around social media today after someone posted a TikTok saying that James Charles was messaging them and sending them photos, asking for photos, and they are under the age of 18 and they're 16 years old. This is not the first time that we're hearing a situation like this. Honestly,
True.
I feel like a new guy comes out on TikTok every single month and says that this has occurred. And every single time, James is saying he didn't know their age, he didn't know how actually old they were. And at first, the first time I ever heard that, I was like, okay, well, James didn't know the age. Then, you hear it again, and you wonder, why isn't he looking at IDs? And I said this the last time that I ever talked about this subject, but James Charles is someone who is famous. He is someone who constantly is getting called out for this type of thing. And you would think that after all of the stuff that James Charles has been through, all of Dramageddon, all of that he would be so absolutely careful about who he's talking to online, who he's messaging, what he's messaging.
Well, you know what they say, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. I don't know if that's the correct saying for this case, but yeah.
And just like all of it, why isn't he looking at people's IDs? That is number one for me. Tied with, why are you talking to fans like this? Like this? Or are you flirting with your fans? If someone is saying, hey, I'm 18 years old, and you are 21, you should be looking for IDs. Someone told me that they were 18. I'm like, well, that's a little young. Like, yeah, you're legally an adult, but you're right on the line, so I'm gonna need some ID. Like, he needs to start acting like he's the bartender at a bar and he's about to lose his job if he doesn't check the ID and he serves someone that can't drink. Like, this is how he needs to be dealing with the people that he's talking to, because it's getting ridiculous. And I know a lot of people are really upset about it because people are very vocal today about this stuff that has come out. So, A-Boy, I'm not going to mention because he is under the age of 18. I'm not going to mention, but he came out with a TikTok where he said that James Charles was talking to him. They were talking on Snapchat. James was allegedly asking him to send photos. James was allegedly sending photos of himself. And basically, he was taking the pictures from his iPad, of his phone, like for proof, which also, this is like another thing. I don't understand, like, why James isn't more careful with the things that he sends, because he is a famous person. He has followers. People know of him. He has a celebrity status. Don't you think you would be careful what you're sending to other people? I think that at that point in a career, you would just assume, and everyone is like out to expose you, so you would be 1000% careful about what you're sending, because you should just like assume that it's probably maybe going to get out into the public. And I just think that's the mentality that you should have, especially being James Charles. Like, he's very messy with the way that he messes.
Of course that's gonna be in there. Okay. Get your coin, however. But just don't have like 10 ads in one video.
His
That's all I
guys,
ask.
and it's obviously gotten him into a lot of trouble. And I totally understand how bad that sounds. Like, it sucks that you would have to go through life and assuming the worst in people, thinking that people are out to get you. But I just honestly believe that, especially in James's case, where so many people have tried to expose him in the past and expose messages and photos and Snapchats and all this stuff, like, you would just be a little bit more careful with what you're sending to people. Like, you should just assume it's going to get out because it's gotten out in the past, so you should be careful with what you're posting and be more careful about who you think is on the receiving end of whatever you're sending. Like, just be safe rather than sorry. Like, obviously that sucks to have to be so paranoid, but it definitely beats having to address allegations against you talking to someone under the age of 18, sending photos and stuff like that. And in this person's TikTok, they were showing the messages and things that James were sending. They like blurred some things out, but they were showing them. And I just think, why are you saying some of those things if that's really what James was saying to him? It was just very specific, like asking him to pose in a certain way. Like, what? Who says that? Who does that? The whole thing is extremely upsetting. And honestly, when you do hear about something like this happen time and time again, you just wonder, why are you being so messy? Why aren't you being more careful? Those are the questions I have. Those are questions a lot of people have. Something else that I've been seeing a lot of people bring up in this is that the person that made the TikTok said that he was a fan of James Charles, and James does mention in his statement later that I will get into that he...
Why are you sending and receiving news from fans?
That's how they started talking. But why are we going for fans? That dynamic is not good. It's like not okay. It's really not. It's not okay. And also, people have been saying, why aren't you trying to meet people on dating apps like Grindr? Because obviously there's been a lot of times where people have come out and said, oh, like, I'm straight, but James kept trying to talk to me. Why aren't you trying to go on Grindr or go on Raya, which is like the celebrity exclusive dating app? So once this kid came out with his TikTok, it was 2 TikToks saying his side of what happened, showing the messages he says that James sent to him. James Charles came out with a statement on Twitter. He gave a trigger warning.
Where's the video?
And he said, there's a video going around about me on TikTok and Twitter of a guy calling me a groomer, and I want to address it right away. The accusation that I've groomed this person is completely false. Last week, I came across someone on my Instagram Explore page, saw he followed me, and added him on Snapchat.
What is it with
The
YouTubers
next
nowadays
morning,
and
I woke
allegations
up
like
to
this?
several snaps from this
Why?
person. Being excited, I added him back, saying he loved me, and also lewd photos of himself in the shower. I asked how old he was right
It
away,
looks like it's
and
not
he told
just
me he
YouTube
was
as well,
18,
TikTok
so I
is too.
started flirting back.
Look at the
In
Lopez
the
brothers.
excitement of meeting someone I thought could be potentially great, I didn't ask for a copy of his ID or passport. It's now clear, based on the
Why?
videos he's uploaded, he was taking photos of me with another device and had an ulterior motive from the beginning. Later in the day,
Why didn't you ask for any IDs?
If you sit and meditate on a regular basis, you start to see there's not
Am
just
I,
thoughts that come and
am
go.
I, am I, are
We
you
see
sending
that
news to
everything
fans?
is changing all
It's
of the
different if it's
time.
only fans, but
he said a
What the
few
hell is
things
this?
that made me question the validity of his original age answer. And when I asked him to confirm his age once again, he
It's
admitted
crazy.
he was 16. I told him I was really uncomfortable and apologized for flirting, but he insisted on continuing talking, saying it could be our little secret. He's a fan of mine and would never tell anyone. I told him I wasn't okay with this. He started getting upset, and at this point, I unfriended him. We haven't spoken since. I'm not victim blaming him or victimizing myself either, simply sharing what happened, and what happened was not okay. After false allegations like this in the past, I would never knowingly engage with anyone underage and put my life on the line for a few Snapchats. Because of situations like this, instead of taking everyone's word for it, I will now ask to see the ID or passport of every guy I have a conversation with. And this is what he should have been doing from the beginning.
yeah, this is what you should have done the
He has
first
the right-
time.
He should have been getting that 100% confirmation, and
This is what he should have done the first time. Like the first time, it happened once before, and then he didn't. And the second time it happened, it's like, what is this? This is getting ridiculous now. This is
I just feel like
this is
everything that
crazy.
he sends to other people, he should just go in with the mindset that it's going to get out. I think in order to protect your
Yeah.
career, that's the mentality that you really have to have. You have to be careful with everything that you are doing because of who you are. And there are people out there that will lie to you and try to trick you. But if you fall for
There might
it,
be
then
people that lie about
you
their age
look
on YouTube.
bad. And
Not me,
obviously,
though.
you know, it's not right if this kid
I have
lied
my
about his
ID.
age.
So, yeah.
But James Charles, as the adult, the older person in the situation, should know better than to just believe someone online who is a fan. I think that when you are a fan of someone and you're 16 years old and you're like, oh my gosh, like one of my favorite YouTubers is messaging me, you're going to lie to them. You're going to be like, oh my God, because I want to keep talking to them because there's some specialness around being a celebrity and being famous and getting talked to. And so obviously it's on James that he should really be more careful and really make sure the people he's talking to are really the age that they are saying that they are. And a lot of people are saying he just cannot talk to fans this way. He cannot be flirty with them and, you know, try to be romantic with them. The power dynamic is off already, and
Yeah.
him talking to a fan is just, it's not going to end well in what a lot of people are saying online's minds. Now, there are a lot of fans of James that are coming out and saying things like they automatically just didn't believe this person saying what happened to them because people just do this all the time with James, that it's messed up that they lied about their age in order to trick James, and that it's really bad that he would have to start assuming the worst in people before just getting to know someone. And I think it's just an all-around sad situation, and I just believe that in order to protect himself, this is just how he has to move forward.
Download the free Vinted app today and give the clothes you and your kids don't wear a second life.
And maybe some people don't
You should
agree
pay
that
attention
that's
to
how
my
he
house
should be living his life, but at the moment, I do think that that is the only way that James could like really protect himself in his career, because there are people out there that are clearly willing to lie to him to talk to him. And so I definitely want to know what you guys think, because there are a lot of different opinions floating around on the internet right now. But let me know in the comments down below. I love you guys so much. Stay safe, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.
I think you should have asked his fans for IDs. You should have asked them for IDs the first time. And even if they were of the legal age, why would you flirt with your fans? Why would you be sending news to your fans anyway? I don't know if it's news, but why would you send suggested photos like that to your fans anyway? Jesus. As the years go on, the more allegations like this come out about YouTubers, and I'm just like, and I'm just here sitting back watching this happen. Like, where's it coming from? You know what I mean? I'm off to question my life choices. Like, subscribe if you want. Post if whenever I feel like. Okay, like and subscribe if you want. I post if and whenever I feel like it. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Oh God, this thing's not working today. Today I'm just cursed.